Hello students, welcome you all. So in this video lecture, we will discuss about the continuation of the same chapter, that is agriculture. In the previous lecture, we have discussed what is agriculture, different types of agriculture, and we have also seen what is this intensive primitive subsistence farming, and we have also seen commercial farming as well as plantation type of farming, as well as we have also seen different cropping patterns in India. We have discussed about Kharif, Rabi, Zaid, about all these cropping patterns. Now, in continuation with that, the next topic which we are going to discuss from this chapter is about this major crops in India. So, you all know that India is such a huge country. We can grow different types of food crops as well as non-food crops, depending upon the climate, depending upon the soil, depending upon the cultural cultivational practices. So, depending upon all these practices, what we have seen is that we can grow different crops in our country. In that, mainly you can take rice, wheat, maize, millets, etc. Variety of crops are grown in this country. So let us first discuss about one of the very important crop which is grown in our country, that is about rice. So as you all know that rice is the staple food for majority of these Indians. That means, as you all know that most of the Indians, they consume rice as their daily food item. That means almost all these Indians, they consume this rice, they take rice as their everyday food. So that is why here it is showing it as something like a staple food for many Indians. Then the second very important feature of this rice is that India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. In the world, in the entire world, the largest producer of rice is China. After that, the second largest producer of rice in our country is India. Then, what are the temperatures, what are the climatic conditions required for this growth of rice? So, if you take that, the temperature required to grow for the rice is that it almost requires a temperature which is 25 degrees and above of this 25 degrees Celsius. And what is the rainfall required is that it requires 100 centimeters of rainfall and even more than that, which is required for this growth of rice. And as well as this rice, it is considered as the Kharif crop. Of course, in some of the places in the country, they are grown thrice in a year, as I told, Aus, Aman, Bor. But in most of the places, in other parts of the country, mostly rice is grown during this Kharif season. That means during the starting of this monsoon seasons. Then the next one is that in which parts of the country rice is mainly grown. As I told, it is a staple food for Indians. Then what are the areas where the rice is mainly grown in our country? So if you take just have a look into your textbook, you can find the map where mostly the rice is grown in this north as well as northeastern part of India. Then at the same time, it is also grown in these coastal areas and deltaic regions. That means you can see the coastal areas of our country as well as deltaic regions. That means the place where rivers are going to meet these oceans or seas. So in those regions, you can see people growing this rice more and more. Then the same time, areas where there is a less rainfall, what is the situation of this rice? As I mentioned here, the rainfall required for this rice to grow is 100 centimeters. But there are some regions in the country where they do not have sufficient rainfall. In that case, what is the solution? The main solution is that here, those areas which receive very less rainfall, there, what they are following is that they are following this something known as this canal irrigation, and sometimes they are also going for this tube wells. So sometimes the question can be asked, in the areas of less rainfall, what is the solution? How people are growing this rice, or how they are cultivating this rice? So for this, he can answer like this: the areas wherever there is a less rainfall in the states such as Rajasthan, Western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, in these states, what they are planning to do is that they are using this canal irrigation as well as tube wells. So by using this canal irrigation as well as tube wells, they are trying to cultivate this rice. So hope it is clear about this rice. Next, we will discuss about the second very important crop in our country, that is wheat. Let us discuss about the next very important crop in our country, that is wheat. So till now we have seen about this rice. Then the next very important crop is that wheat. And as you see here, wheat is the second most important crop in our country, and as I told, rice, it is the main staple food crop in most parts of our country. That same time, this wheat is also main food crop in mainly at this areas such as North India as well as northwestern part of our country. In most of the country, most of the Indians, it is rice is the main staple food crop. After that, the second very important crop is that wheat. And in which areas mainly this wheat is consumed is that it is mainly consumed in the northern India as well as northwestern part of our country. Then during which season it is grown is that it is grown during this winter season, or you can say, you can also call this as is a rabi crop, whereas rice, as I mentioned, it is a kharif crop. Then what are the climatic conditions required for this growth of this wheat? So while growing, that means at the time of sowing and growing, it requires a cool climatic conditions. Then while harvesting, that means during the harvesting time, at the time of cutting of the crop, it requires a very bright sunshine. So two different types of climatic conditions are required for this growth of wheat. One is during the growing time, that means when it is growing, it requires cool climate. Then at the same time, during this harvesting time, it requires a very bright sunshine. Then what is the rainfall, whether it requires rainfall, how much it requires? So the rainfall required for this growth of wheat is that it requires almost from 50 to 75 centimeters in a year. Then two important wheat growing zones are there in our country. They are, one is Ganga Satluj plains as well as black soils. That means these are the areas where this crop, that is wheat, is mainly grown in a large area. So what are these areas? One is this Ganga Satluj plains, that means the region which is covered in between this Ganga as well as Satluj river, those plain areas are mainly producing this wheat. Where it is mainly located is that this Ganga Satluj plains, they are located in this northwestern part of our country. Then it is also grown this black soil regions of Deccan, that means this Deccan Plateau region which is covered with black soils. This one is also mainly grown in this region, is also you can find wheat growing. Then what are the major states? Which states are producing this wheat mainly is that the main states which produce this wheat are, one is Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar as well as Rajasthan. And when it comes to the states, major states of producing each and every crop, most of the students, they feel that very difficult to remember all these things, which states, which crop, which is major. So instead of that, just don't worry about all the states, which state it is. Just simply remember one state for each crop, so that you can remember very easily as well as you can present your answer very properly. So just remember one state for each crop. That is the first state which is given in the textbook. For wheat, if you see here, Punjab is the largest producer in this country. So like this, you can remember for all the crops what are these major states. Next, we will discuss about this millet. Now let us discuss about millets. So some of the important millets which are grown in our country are such as jowar, ragi as well as bajra. So these are the three very important millets that are grown in our country, and these millets usually they are known as this coarse grains. What do you mean by this coarse grains is that coarse grains means simply you can say having somewhat low quality, or you can also take an ordinary quality, or sometimes we can also call them as is having some kind of rough quality. So that is why these millets are known as this coarse grains. But apart from that, having being called as a coarse grains, one of these millets, that is ragi, it is very rich in iron as well as calcium. Though they are known as this coarse grains, but ragi, one of the millets, it is very rich in iron as well as calcium. Then the jowar, among all these three important millets, jowar is the third most important crop in our country. As I told, first rice is the very important crop, followed by wheat. Then among these millets, the third most important crop in our country which is grown is that this jowar. And where it is mainly grown is that it grows mainly in this moist areas. That means wherever there is more moisture, in those regions you can see this jowar growing more and more. And as well as it is a rain fed crop, that means it mainly grows wherever there is more and more amount of rainfall. And what are the major states? In which states this jowar is mainly grown is that the states such as Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh as well as Madhya Pradesh. So these are some of the states where this jowar is mainly grown in our country. And then followed by the next very important millet crop in our country is this bajra. And where it is grown is that it mainly grows on sandy soils as well as shallow black soils. Sandy soils and shallow black soils. What do you mean by the shallow black soils? Means those black soils where when they were as I told in the previous lectures, these black soils they may have cracks. So wherever this the depth of this the cracks of this black soils is very little. Shallow means a little depth. So wherever there is a little depth of this black soil, in those regions also this bajra can be grown. And after that, the third very important millet crop in our country is that ragi. So it is a crop of dry regions. Dry regions means wherever there is a less amount of rainfall, or wherever there is a little rainfall is there, and wherever it receives the regions which receives more and more amount of sunshine, in those regions this crop is highly suitable, that is ragi. And it mainly grows on what type of soils it mainly grows is that it can be grown almost in all different types of soils such as red soil, black soil, sandy soil, loamy soil as well as shallow black soils. That means in all these different types of soils it can be grown very well. So again, if you see that millets, three important millet crops in our country which are grown are this jowar, ragi as well as bajra. So next we will discuss about this maize. We will discuss about the other important crop that is grown in our country, that is maize. So this has some specialty. This maize, it can be used both such as food crop as well as fodder crop. That means it can be consumed by the humans. That means we can take it as a food item. At the same time, this can also be served for this fodder crop. That means it can also be served for this animals. Animals can also be eaten by this, can also eat this crop. So therefore we can use this crop for both purposes. One is we can use it as a food crop, then at the same time we can also use this crop to feed the animals. And next, in which season is mainly grown is that it is mainly grown in this Kharif season, same as like rice. This maize is also grown in Kharif season, but in some of the states such as Bihar, this maize, it can also be grown during this Rabi season. And the temperature required for the growth of this maize is that it requires, the temperature is something around 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. And the type of soil required is that old alluvial soil. That means as we have seen two different types of alluvial soils, new alluvial soil as well as old alluvial soil. So in this new alluvial soil this can be grown very well. And what are the states, what are the major states where this maize is properly or mainly grown is that important states such as Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. These are the states where maize is mainly grown. The major states which produce maize are this Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh as well as Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana. So these are some of the states where maize is grown highly. Then next we will discuss about the last important food crop, that is the last important main crop, that is pulses. So next we will discuss about this pulses. India is the most largest producer of pulses as well as we are also the largest consumer of these pulses. As you all know that why we are mainly consuming these pulses are that because it is a major source of protein in vegetarian diet. That means those people who eat this who are vegetarians, those people who do not eat this non-veg, for them the main source of proteins where they can get is that they can mainly get from these pulses. So that is the reason why India is the largest producer as well as the largest consumer of these pulses. And what are the major pulses? What are the major pulses that are grown in our country are, the one is tur dal, urad dal, moong dal, masoor dal, peas and gram. So these are the main pulses crops that are grown in our country. And pulses crops are known as this leguminous crops except this arhar. what do you mean by these leguminous crops is that these pulses, they help in restoring the soil fertility by fixing the nitrogen in the soil. That means they help to fertile the soil, they help in making the soil more and more fertile. So that is why these pulses, they are known as something known as, they are known as leguminous crops, except arhar, or except we can arhar, you can also call it as this tur dal. So except this tur dal, remaining all other pulses, you can call them as this something known as this leguminous crops. And why we can call them as leguminous crops? Because they restore the soil fertility. That means they will fix this, they can restore this soil fertility by fixing the nitrogen into this soil, and therefore they are grown mainly as rotation crops. That means why they are grown as rotation crops is that sometimes you can also call it as this crop rotation. Sometimes you might have heard about this word crop rotation, where after growing, for example after growing rice, when they harvest, after harvesting, they do not immediately go back again and they do not grow rice. Instead of that, they go with this pulses. Why they go with this pulses is that because in this what is that, these pulses, as I mentioned, they can fix the nitrogen and they can restore this soil fertility. So in order to make the soil more and more fertile, they'll go for this pulses crops. And what are the major states where these pulses are mainly grown is that these pulses, they are mainly grown in this Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh as well as Karnataka. So these are the states where these pulses are mainly grown. So with this, we have completed some of the very important crops that are grown in our country. They are, one is rice, wheat, millets, maize, as well as we have also discussed about these pulses. In the next video lecture, we will discuss about food crops other than cereal crops, such as sugarcane, oil seeds, tea, coffee, horticulture crops, etc. etc. Thank you.